Social constructivism was developed by post-revolutionary Soviet psychologist Lev Vygotsky. Vygotsky was a cognitivist but rejected the assumption made by cognitivists such as Piaget and Perry that it was possible to separate learning from its social context. He argued that all cognitive functions originate in social interactions and that learning did not simply comprise the assimilation and accommodation of new knowledge by learners. It was the process by which learners were integrated into a knowledge community. According to Vygotsky, every function in the child's cultural development appears twice. First on the social level and later on the individual level. First between pupil, that is interpsychological, and then inside the child, that is interpsychological. This applies equally to voluntary attention to logical memory and to the formation of concepts. All the higher functions originate as actual relationship between individuals. Vygotsky's theory of social learning has been expanded upon the numerous later theorists and researchers. Constructivists such as Piaget and Perry see knowledge as actively constructed by learners in response to interactions with environmental stimuli. Vygotsky emphasized the role of language and culture in cognitive development. According to Vygotsky, language and culture play essential roles in both human intellectual development and in how humans perceive the world. Language and culture are the frameworks through which humans experience, communicate, and understand reality. Social constructivism gives a high priority to language in the process of intellectual development. Dialogue becomes the vehicle by which ideas are considered, shared, and developed. The dialogue is often with a more knowledgeable other, but this need not always be the case. Dialogue with peers can be of equal value. Prior knowledge naturally has a part to play. It is an individual's prior and current knowledge that forms the basis of any contribution to a dialogue. It is with the reference to existing knowledge and understanding, that is schemas, that new ideas and understanding can be constructed in the course of a dialogue. When we consider more knowledgeable other, it is easy to assume that this person will be the teacher or a parent. But this need not be the case. More knowledgeable need not simply older nor in a position of responsibility for learning. The role of more knowledgeable other in formal learning situations is usually taken by a teacher. The teacher has the role of stimulating dialogue and maintaining its momentum. In a very real way, the teacher engages groups and individuals in dialogue and supports the development of understanding. The undertaking of this role in a planned way has a particular name and is known as scaffolding. To fully understand the concept of scaffolding, we need to first look at the concept zone of proximal development. The zone of proximal development is a theoretical space of understanding which is just above the level of understanding of a given individual. It is the area of understanding into which a learner will move next. In the zone of proximal development, a learner is able to work effectively but only with support. The zone is necessarily different from each individual child. The process of learning involves moving into and across the zone and looking forward to the next level of understanding, which will involve a similar journey through a newly created zone. Passing through the zone of proximal development is a process which can be aided by the intervention of another. A teacher can fulfill this role and so can a range of other people or materials. Some of the factors that are essential in helping a child in zone of proximal development are: there is a need of the presence of someone. Someone means more knowledgeable others. The child can receive instructions from the more knowledgeable others during the learning process. The more knowledgeable other can offer temporary support, that is scaffolding, to the child during the learning process. Scaffolding is the process of giving support to the learners at the appropriate time and at the appropriate level of sophistication to meet the needs of the individual. Scaffolding can be presented in many ways. Through discussion, a good socially constructive approach, through the provision of materials, perhaps supplying practical apparatus to help in the solution of simple problem in arithmetic, or by designing tasks which match and give help appropriate to the individual, a list of words given to help the process of completing an exercise designed to assist understanding, or a list of reminders concerning the process of understanding the task in question. A writing frame to support a particular style of written piece is also an example. Now, the ways in which an adult or more knowledgeable other can scaffold a child's learning are engaging the child's interest, maintaining the child's interest in the task, as for example, avoiding distraction and providing clear instruction on how to start the task, keeping the child's frustration under control. Example, by supportive interactions, adapt instructions according to where the child is struggling, emphasizing the important features of the task, demonstrating the task, that is showing the child how to do the task in simple, clear steps. We can develop or nurture social constructivism as proposed by Vygotsky in classroom and social environment by suitably applying child-centered learning, collaborative learning method, developing teamwork skills, group learning or group investigation, applying project method, applying discussion or problem solving method. Here the teacher or guide must focus on knowledge improvement. Challenging tasks must be included. Now try this.